I'd just like to thank everybody for coming today.
You're welcome.
It's all right. People have actually travelled quite a distance, some far and wide. Thanks very much for coming. And I'm sure you'll think they're absolutely lovely. The flower girls.
Bridesmaids.
And flower girls, aye, bridesmaids. And just like to welcome Brian into the family. God, I hate that boy. For sake. As I said, this should be really short and sweet. I'd just like to pass you over to whoever's next. It's
Thank you, James. Right. First of all, thanks everyone for coming. But I've got my notes on my phone, so I'm just going to say a few words. I'd like to tell you all a bit about mine and Kirsty's story and how we actually met, for those of you that don't already know. The truth of it all is, we actually met in a McDonald's car park. Romantic, eh? It was after the Killers concert in Bellaston Park. As the crowds dispersed, we were heading to Asda car park to get a lift home. Thanks, Jamie, wherever you are. Came pick us up. Just as we approached McDonald's, I sarcastically asked this random blonde girl if she wanted a puddy over a 3-foot wall that led into the car park. And instead of replying, she pushed me over it, not knowing there was a tree stump on the other side, getting back to my feet and pulling a branch out my side. We started talking to each other. I asked to see her phone and put my number in, boldly, and then we parted ways. I messaged Kirsty the following morning and quickly organised to go on a date a couple of weeks later. I was actually 45 minutes late to meet you, so I really appreciate you, otherwise we wouldn't be here surrounded by everyone we love. Honestly, just feel so privileged to have found someone as caring and as perfect as Kirsty. You've improved my life for the better, and you make me want to be better. So, thanks for everything, wifey. I've got a few people to thank on their behalf for helping make this day what it is. Firstly, big shout out to Stacey for being the rock that we both needed the past couple of days. And Kirsty's other bridesmaid, Megan, who has been in Kirsty's life since day one. I'm sure you'll all agree they both scrub up no bad. Eyes off you two, you've no chance. And also again, thanks for giving her 2 great Hindus. Kirsty will remember them forever. Really appreciate it.
Absolute class.
Well done.
Cut our noise complaints. Next up, it's these 2 idiots who mean more to me than words will ever describe, but they already know that. I'm sure you'll hear from them shortly. And to the 2 most important people in this room, my mum and my new mum. I'm officially part of your family and I couldn't be happier. We've a wee something around here, so if you'd be so kind. So let's, everyone please raise a glass for the mums. Right, composure. Also, wee bit left. Also, I'd like to thank my sister Julie for your beautiful reading. Me and Kirsty really appreciate it. It was honestly beautiful. Special thanks. Sorry.
Still not stop crying. I think it's just a crying day. I think that's it.
Special thanks to Kirsty's dad Alan, who's raised one of a kind. And also paid for all your dinners, so you better enjoy it. On a more sombre note, finally, I'd like to mention my dad, who fortunately passed away last year, but I know he'd be so proud of me, because he loved Kirsty almost as much as I did. Right, that's enough for me. I want to pass you to my brother and best man, Gordon.
I'm also the drunkest man here today, thank you.
And second most burnt.
Yeah, I'm horrendous at public speaking, so bear with me, all right? It's all written down in chicken scratch, so we're all good. We're all good. Everyone, my name's Gordon. I'm Ryan's older brother. There's 7 years between us. I know he looks about 45, but honestly, he assures me he's 29, but whatever.
28.
Whatever. 20, it's close. For those of you that know me and Ryan together, you know what, we don't communicate in words. We communicate in mumbles and grunts and telepathy. Barely, I think in the last 4 years we maybe spoke about 10 words to each other. It's a look, a smile, a glance, and the two of us will be in absolute laughter for ages. The girls are like, what the fuck's happening? No one knows what you're talking about. We also only talk about things that happened 25 years ago. Nobody remembers. Like, do you remember that time? Oh, fuck, I do remember that. And that's us. We are gone. We are just uncontrollable laughter. But yeah, we do. We have a weird telepathy thing going on. Let me find my wee bit. We're nearly there. Don't worry. But yeah, I've known Ryan's entire life, through his highs and through his lows. The high point of Ryan's life was the summer of 2004. He had this fucking shit hot mohawk, right? It was also the last time, incidentally guys, it was only the last time Ryan had hair, age 12. Alright. I'm not really sure what happened there. You could fry an egg on that today. And through his low times, which at the time of writing seemed none, because for the last 8 years he spent living his best life with his best friend, his soulmate. Stop. There's a good bit coming. Let me get composed. Hold on, guys. Let me get composed. Yeah. So for the last 8 years, he's living his best life with his soulmate, Kirsty. Kirsty, who by the way looks amazing today. 100%. 100%. I would. Shit. Jordan, calm down. Jesus. But listen, this is the serious part, all right. But from the get-go, Kirsty, you've always felt like one of us, like a better-looking, more organised member of the family. I'm not just saying that because you're standing there or because you make the best mince pasta on planet Earth. But she does, by the way. It's class. It's class. But you're genuinely one of the warmest and friendliest people I've ever met. It's all right. Who cares deeply for everyone in their life. The warmth that you gave to me, I know you also gave to Gary. That's a sad bit. Shut your eyes. So every time you open your home to me, you drove me home when I was too drunk to stand. Sometimes you picked me up when I was too fucking low to pick myself up. You done that? Wow. Well, nearly there, don't worry. I cry every day. What are you saying, your VL? No, it's fine, we'll move on. But listen, the warmth that you showed me, I know you also showed Gary. Sadly, Ryan's dad, Gary, passed away last year. I believe Gary only had two treasures in his life. One, his heavily bombered Seville Celtic top. And two, his son Ryan. Sorry, Paula, don't slash me. I know you're waiting in the back. He was proud of both of you, and I know he's looking down on us all with a can in one hand and a joint on the other, to be fair. He's not the only one that can't be here. Arthur and Pete and Trevor, they sent me a text, don't worry, they're all good. They're all good. Pete's a wee bit hungry, you know, night's a fair drawn in, but he's all right, don't worry. Guys, thank you for listening, right? Before I pass you on to Jordan, who's got a PowerPoint presentation for us all, I can't wait. I just want to say to Ryan, today I'm your best man, but every day you're my best man. Wow. Okay. That was fucking hard, man. I am melting John.
That's good. Hi everyone. I hope you're all having a good time. I'm Jordan MacArthur. I'm delighted and honoured to be today's groomsman and to celebrate the beginning of Ryan and Kirsty's lifelong commitment to one another. I'd firstly like to thank Gordon for his kind words. I'm really happy your speech went so well there, mate, because the last time you stood up and spoke in front of a crowd, you were found guilty and fined 60 quid. Now on to the main man. I've known Ryan since primary school, so we share over 2 decades of experiences and memories. There are far too many good stories to tell, but fortunately, most of them are not wedding friendly, so you'll be glad to hear that my material was PG rated. Before I start, I've heard the name Ryan a lot today, which sounds very strange on the ears. In first year, everyone thought his first name was Duncan. Aye. And then when we found out his second name was also Duncan, he got called Duncan for a few weeks. So back in school and before the discovery of his favourite game, Call of Duty, Duncan used to be very active in sports. In our youth, we both used to be. In our youth, we both held the defensive backline for the famous Scotstoun Reds Football Club. But Royal Knightswood Golf Course is where we truly bonded. We are both very competitive in nature, but it's fair to say that he was better at football and I was better at golf. Oh, contentious. That wasn't hard, to be honest, because Duncan had a swing like an octopus falling out of a tree, very bendy. And during a round, he would hit more balls than Elton John's chin. No. Believe it or not, Duncan likes to think he's a bit of a unique dancer and mover. He's certainly skillful. I mean, it's not easy kissing girls who are constantly leaning away from you. I think I got that mixed up with myself, that one. On a serious note, it's fitting that Ryan was a very good goalie because he's now found his very own keeper in Kirsty. It's true. It is truly a match made in heaven. Now on to some friend appreciation. Ryan and I hit it off with each other pretty much from day one. I think his number one objective was to make me laugh in school, and he did a lot. He has a lot of great qualities. In school, he was always the cool one, but also the kind, the funny, the mature one. He's been a good friend and role model, the yin to my yang. But enough about Duncan. Today is about the love of his life, which is, of course, his new PlayStation. Only kidding, it is obviously his ginger beard. But I'm glad he's fully embraced the look, which has become iconic. It looks smart and suits you to a teammate. I don't want to give you too hard a time, so I just want to say you're a great guy and a brilliant friend who's always been there for me. Part 2. Now on to the beautiful bride. The most important person here today. Kirsty, you're the star of the show, and I'm sure everyone will agree that you look absolutely stunning. Even in a pair of Doc Martens. Although I just said I wouldn't give you too hard a time, Duncan, I think everyone will agree with me that you're definitely punching me. But yeah, I must thank Kirsty for making Duncan the happiest man in the world. In fact, I remember a few weeks ago video calling him from Saudi Arabia. He told me that he knew straight away that you were the one. And told me, Jordan, when you know, you know. You both complement each other and you're almost inseparable, but what I love most about Kirsty is whenever they do low-key couple stuff, like they'll often invite me to tag along. Sorry, lost that bit. They'll often invite me to tag along. She always makes me feel welcome and never makes me feel like an awkward third wheel. I do truly appreciate that. Pause for all. So on to the stagger, the stag do. No! Well, what can I say? I'd firstly like to thank all the boys who made it to the stag do. It was a great weekend that was had by all with various highlights. From Duncan's.
Thanks for bringing them home on time.
With my face in one shape.
Sorry, Chris.
So, from Duncan's epic outfit on Friday to Dougie's infamous vertical sleeping on Saturday. To be fair, at least Dougie made the Saturday night. But I'll not name any names. I was blackout drunk the entire time, so you can all stop sweating now. Boys at the back. What happens on tour stays on tour, especially the football result on Sunday. Kirsty, you can rest assured that Duncan will be a great husband, and he even said now that he's married, he won't be drinking anymore. But he also said that he won't be drinking any less either. Duncan and Kirsty make a great couple. I'm delighted they've both found the right person in life, and I wish them all the best for the future. I wish you both nothing but love and lifelong happiness. So if everyone would all now please be upstanding and raise your glasses and join me in making a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Duncan. Woo. That's it.
Well done, mate.
Cheers.
Hey, let's all enjoy ourselves.
Well done. Listen to your tie.
That was